Good morning, you are watching Praha TV Weekly News. I'm Marcela Tomčíková and we are more than happy to offer you the main headlines, reports from important events and any interesting topics that shape our life in Prague and Central Bohemia. Welcome! At the very beginning, thank you for being in touch with us and you asked us to focus on transportation in the metropolis. So, there it is. The Prague Ring Road between Sliven and Lohkov is set to a second part of extensive repairs this year. The reason is still the same, the extreme load on the road, which is an important part of the Trans-European transport artery. While last year the section in the direction to the airport was reconstructed, this year work is continuing in the opposite direction, to Brno. The repairs will bring a new cement concrete surface with a longer lifespan. The work is planned to be completed by July.
After the winter break, the work to fix the Prague Ring Road between Lohkov and Slivenek has once again commenced. This concerns a stretch of approximately 3 kilometers in the direction of Brno, which will receive a new surface and further modifications to ensure safety and smooth traffic flow.
We are on the D0 highway, the Prague Ring Road. Specifically, we are continuing about 3 kilometers in the second phase of work between the northern portal of the Lohkov tunnel and the Barandov exit. Or if you like, this is the second half of the highway surface replacement.
The initial phase of the D0 highway construction started in July of last year, with the end planned for this July.
We are working hard to minimize traffic disruptions and get things back to normal quickly. We have a concrete plant on site, and we are transporting materials as short a distance as possible between depots to maximize traffic intensity at the construction site, enabling us to complete the work sooner.
The main reason for the repairs is the worn asphalt, as tens of thousands of vehicles pass through daily, creating extreme demands on the surface.
The initial surface is 16-year-old asphalt. This is hero asphalt, as it can truly withstand millions and millions of tons, which is no exaggeration. The daily traffic intensity here is an average of 50,000 vehicles, of which 40% is heavy truck traffic. We are indeed at a part or stage of the west-east transit trans-European route. This refers to D5, D1, and D2. This means that there is an exceptionally high load here due to heavy truck traffic. Thus, we opted to install a cement concrete surface rather than asphalt in this location. It is anticipated that the concrete will have a technical lifespan of up to 60 years.
The reconstruction will cost about 238 million euros.
We operate 7 days a week from dawn to dusk, with many machines and specialists on site. Currently, we are removing old asphalt layers to a depth of half a meter, which you can observe. We are removing old guardrails and cleaning the highway to prepare its substructure for the new cement concrete surface.
The reconstruction is ongoing with some traffic limitations. Drivers can use 2 narrowed lanes in each direction and must adhere to a lower speed limit. Full operation of the entire route is expected to resume in the summer.
The prestigious awards of the Governor of the Central Bohemian region have their owners. Governor Petra Pecková awarded extraordinary personalities in 8 main and 3 supporting categories, such as education, science and research, business, sports, culture, and so on. Nominees are chosen by citizens of the Central Bohemian region. Awards went, for example, to the director of the regional police headquarters of the Central Bohemian region or to the principal of the Mladá Boleslav Primary School, who is dedicated to the education of children with disabilities.
At the Kolín City Theatre, the Hate Monka Award ceremony was held this year, featuring numerous deserving nominees who have made significant contributions. Citizens of Central Bohemia selected many personalities from their ranks whom they believe contribute greatly to the Central Bohemian region. They have the ability to inspire others, and we should delve deeper into their stories.
I am very pleased that there are so many nominees across various fields, whether it be social responsibility, heroic acts, including workers in the public sector, business owners, athletes, and those in science, education, and culture. Additionally, there is a public award, which is genuinely a public vote via the internet. And this year's voting was incredibly thrilling.
There were 8 main categories and 3 special awards. The director of the Central Bohemian Police Headquarters, Mr. Václav Kuchera, also received a special award.
This was for great cooperation with the Central Bohemian region. It has been a long-standing matter, and I must say that it is also thanks to the Central Bohemian region, which supports these projects, that I have implemented with my colleagues and my team at the Central Bohemian Police.
The award for the best village in the education category was accepted by Mrs. Gabriela Solnichkova, who cares for disabled students.
In my opinion, it's just like any other job, working with either healthy kids or those with disabilities. They are simply children who deserve attention, love, and the care we provide them. Certainly it can be more demanding in some ways, given the various methods needed and the tough lives these kids lead. While it may differ in this regard, I think working with children is wonderful, regardless of their health status.
The program was very packed, and it was enriched culturally by the singer Dasha in several segments. In the end, personalities from science, research, sports, culture, entrepreneurs, and others also came for the award. A delegation from Klasztorny Lota, the village of the year, filled the stage of the Kolin Theatre. Historically, this community has succeeded in becoming the winner of the European Village Renewal Award, making Klasztorny Lota the first Czech village. It was named Village of the Year not just in Central Bohemia, but also in the Czech Republic and the EU. The award given to the governor for the past year has become history, yet the inhabitants of the Central Bohemian region are undoubtedly searching for more prominent figures among them. The deeds of these individuals merit more attention and possibly some form of acknowledgement.
From now, from April, GPs in the Czech Republic will be able to prescribe cannabis, both for the treatment of chronic pain and as support for cancer and other serious illnesses. Until now, only around 250 specialized doctors were permitted to do so. Medical cannabis is mainly used for chronic pain when other treatment failed to give the relief. Other applications include supporting cancer treatment and softening the side effects of chemotherapy, AIDS, Parkinson's disease and multiple sclerosis. Prague focuses on electromobility. The city is considering extending free parking for electric cars, which should encourage the spread of these vehicles in the capital. In addition, the municipality continues to develop charging infrastructure, including the installation of new chargers to facilitate the transition to electromobility.
In Prague, approximately 15,000 electric cars are registered, and this number increases every year. Additionally, people from the central Czech region arrive in Prague daily in these vehicles, and their number is significantly higher, which the City Hall is aware of. The City Hall is responding to the increasing demand for charging stations.
Over the past 3 years, Prague has invested truly hundreds of millions of crowns to set up what are called EWR lamps, which are public lighting fixtures that are also prepared for wall box installation, the chargers. This will enable slow charging of electric vehicles in Prague.
In total, 144 of these chargers are expected to be established in the next year. Currently, there are 40 in operation across 5 city districts, specifically in the neighborhoods of Černý Most, Hadže, Vršovice, Vinohrady, Kamík, and Petřiny. In the future, there should be many more of them.
This year, we aim to establish 150 new locations for chargers. Prague has also secured funding to establish another 1,500 slow charging spots by 2027.
We are constructing these charging stations on public lighting poles where we are. They had already built the preparations earlier, and we finished connecting those cables. And together with the city districts, we are of course identifying suitable locations and simultaneously preparing parking spaces as well, for electric cars to park and charge.
It is said that new charging stations are planned for P+ and R parking lots, which Prague hopes will decrease city traffic density.
Each charging station has 2 charging points, which means I can charge 2 electric vehicles simultaneously. Regarding the operation itself, I first need to have the chip, which I will receive like this. by registering on the Prague Charges website, and we will send it to the customer by regular mail.
However, unregistered users can also use the charger. They just need to tap their payment card on the terminal instead of the chip. Charging duration depends on several factors, with the primary one being the number of cars charging and the battery capacity.
If one car is charging, it means the charger operates at its full capacity of about 2 kilowatts, and an average car has a battery capacity of around 60 to 80 kilowatts. Battery, so it takes roughly 4 hours.
According to current information, there are now 708 public chargers in Prague, providing more than 1,200 charging points. Only 45 stations provide fast charging options.
You are watching Praha TV Weekly News, and there are the main headlines.
The extension of free parking for electric vehicles is still on the table. Prague is considering extending the decision regarding paid parking zones after June 30th. The city has approached the municipalities involved in the system to gather their opinions. They have until the end of the month to express whether they are in favor. Based on their feedback, the city leadership will make a decision. The exemption for electric vehicles has been extended multiple times. Originally, it was supposed to expire on January 1st of last year. Prague Mayor Bohuslav Svoboda dismissed the director of the City Hall, Martin Kubelka, on Monday. However, Kubelka has not yet received the decision. Just minutes before their scheduled meeting, he apologized, citing health reasons. The decision will now be delivered to Kubelka. Mayor Svoboda described Kubelka's absence as an act of unprofessionalism. The police are investigating the City Hall director over disproportionate bonuses and improper issuance of parking permits. The Central Bohemian region is considering the construction of additional tram lines from Prague, for example, to Horomyrs, Anetis, Jesenis, and Rikini. The decision will depend on the positions of the municipalities and the economic viability of the investment. The most likely project to begin is the construction of the first Central Bohemian tram line from Prague through Ždíby to Sedlec, which could start in about 2 years. The construction permit is expected to be issued next year. This year, the Prague Public Transport Company will celebrate 2 significant anniversaries. It marks 100 years of continuous bus service and 150 years of public transport in Prague. The company is preparing a series of events for the public, including open days at the company's facilities, exhibitions, and documentary films. Special editions of collectible items will also be available. The events will take place throughout the year, culminating at the beginning of Advent. For example, the bus anniversary will culminate in a parade of historic and modern vehicles through Prague on Sunday, June 22nd, starting at Old Town Square.
Almost everybody, regardless of age, loves to go to the zoo. No surprise that for the ceremonial opening of the Prague Zoo, the organizers have made something very special for visitors. 1,000 polar bears frozen in an ice cube. But in addition to that, a dramatic story of the rescue of the unique tree lobster. And, of course, a rich accompanying program. The launch of the 94th main season is there, and with it, new exhibits as well as visitors' classics. For example, Gorilla House with gorilla babies.
The Prague Zoo has kicked off its 94th season, introducing a number of fresh attractions designed to delight its visitors.
Today's main event is the ceremonial tapping of the cornerstone for the Arctic exhibit, which will feature both polar bears and common seals. The cornerstone takes the form of a massive ice cube, into which we have frozen 1,000 tiny polar bear cubs. These are exact replicas made by a 3D printer of teddy bears carved from walrus ivory by the Inuit. The original teddy bear is located in the Naprostek Museum. We borrowed it, scanned it, and placed chips inside the bears that visitors can take from the ice cube. These chips serve as tickets to the zoo.
The unique cornerstone for the upcoming Arctic exhibit, which will feature polar bears and seals, was laid by Miroslav Bobek, the director of Zoo Prague, along with the mayor of the city. The mayor of Prague, Bohuslav Svoboda, and his environmental deputy, Jana Komorskova, took part in the event.
We are introducing the lobster stick insect today as the first zoo in continental Europe. This insect is the largest flightless species in the world, with a captivating tale of its survival on an island where rats once thrived, brought there by the British by accident. And then it was discovered 40 years later that they survived on a reef, on a rocky reef called Belova Pyramid, which rises a bit from the island in the South Pacific. This is a captivating tale. Ultimately, 4 of those stick insects were collected later, along with a 5th, and all stick insects in zoos around the world originate from these 5. only 6 exist, and just 3 zoos show these stick insects: San Diego, London, and Zoo Prague.
From expert breeder Wojtek Vita, visitors discovered intriguing details about the difficulties of raising this extraordinary insect. The opening of the new Balova Pyramid exhibit near the Boro Boro Reserve was kicked off with a performance by the band Laura and her Tigers.
And that is all for this week. We hope you enjoyed the report, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in a week again. Stay safe, stay curious, and stay tuned for Praha TV.